The M7 bayonet served its purpose on many a battlefield, but it just wasn't giving enough to the Marine Corps for current day service. So the Marine Corps went out and contracted, and several people applied, several companies applied, all kinds of patents flown around, and who won the contract but Ontario Knife Company for the OKC3S. Let's talk about this beautiful piece right here, right now, on the Sharpest Edge. What is up, knife community? This is Blade Love from the Sharpest Edge, and I am going to talk about one of my favorite knife companies and one of my absolute favorite blades, the Ontario Knife Company's OKC3S. Bayonet, fighting blade, utility knife, all around awesomeness. So let's check her out on this video picture montage, and we will be back to talk about this puppy in just a few moments. After a very honorable run of the M7 bayonet, the Marine Corps realized that the M7 was primarily a stabbing thrusting unit applied onto the M4 and the M16 rifles. They needed something more. Of course, the bayonet needed to function as a utility knife as well as a combat blade. So in steps the OKC3S, a beautiful bayonet, fighting blade, and all-around utility blade. Still in service by the U.S. Marine Corps to this day. Ontario Knives Company really came up with a beautiful blade, and it surely impressed me and impressed the Marine Corps, obviously, because they won the contract. Let's take a closer look at this blade and see exactly why it is so special. After its incredibly long run of service to the United States Marine Corps and other branches, the M7 has found its day to retire. It's a very simple blade, of course, a very slender 1095 high carbon steel. Very simply put together, peened in the back, just like the OKC3S. A very, very simple blade. Only problem is, this blade is good at thrusting and stabbing, not much else as a fighting knife or a general utility knife, although I know many Marines that made it so. So, there are some Marines and other service people still very much in love with the M7. And I got to say, I'm still in love with the M7 too, because it's just a sweet blade. And actually, I have a specialized trench handle that's coming in that will fit on this, that fits into the barrel ring, comes up and around with knuckles, and locks in to the back here, making it a trench fighting knife. So I can't wait to do the video on that next, but it hasn't come in yet. So I'm looking forward to that. But she is retired, so we're going to put her in a place of honor and move on. And right now in front of you, you see the Marine Corps OKC3S. A much beefier sheath, much heavier materials, really heavy nylon. And I'm going to see if I can get you to see an interesting, what was really nice about this particular design Ontario Knives did was including a sharpener, a ceramic sharpener, right in the sheath itself. So that made it very convenient for any of the troops in the field to touch up their blades and do what they needed to do while on the run. All right. And if my hands were working a little bit, this would be a little bit easier, but we got that good. Let's take a look at the blade itself. Much, 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 much different than your M7. Much thicker, beefier blade. Same material though, 1095 high carbon steel. Fighting knife style. Almost like a Bowie blade, it reminds me of. 7 inches. Still the same barrel link lock here, and of course, peened in the back. And I do love the Marine Corps logo, and of course the personalized Marine Corps USMC. The grip is really nice. They changed that to feel more like the K-Bar fighting knife, but it's a rubberized feel. They also added serrations. They're very sharp, and I gotta be careful with that. No fuller. I'm kind of surprised at that, but with this particular thickness of the blade, I don't think you're really going to need it. But this blade serves as not only a combat bayonet, but an actual fighting knife, as well as a utility knife, whereas the M7 was limited usage. But it is beautiful. And for all my specs and usage folks out there, right after this video, I'm going to throw in the specs and usage little data blurbs I always install. Now, what's really difficult about making videos like this, especially with the Marine Corps, is the Marine Corps are misguided children of the governmental services, basically the red-headed stepchild of all the services. They are the last to get issued anything and often are the hand-me-down service of all of the services. Like they got ACU, they got all kinds of different, I mean, Army hand-me-downs, whoever. It was amazing when I was in business for 25 years, the crap that they just were given, and then they would come to my stand or my shop and buy themselves their own gear. It's just amazing. But I am sure I will hear from a Marine or two that says, why in 2003, 2004, 2005, when I was in the service, I was still using an M7. Yes, that's quite possible. I mean, it's quite possible you could see some in the armory today, because I wouldn't doubt it. But this is supposed to be the Marine Corps issued knife, and still is from all recent events that I know of from my family. And I have quite a few of these. This particular one I put on my backpack because the great thing about the sheath is it's a mole adaptable, so you can stick it on anything that's molly gear, vests, backpacks, whatever. But it is a great blade, easy to sharpen, holds a sharp edge really well, and it is just phenomenal. I like it a lot. So that's the end of this video for now. This has been Blade Love from the Sharpest Edge, and I thank you as always for watching the video. Please leave your comments in the comment section below, and please like and subscribe the video. It helps me with analytics. Once again, I don't get free knives. I don't monetize, and I do not do anything that's just beyond sharing my passion of videos and knives with the community. That's it. I share what I collect. All the money's mine that I put out, and it'd be nice that if you have some comments. I have a lot of great subscribers that interact with me and let me know their choices, what their experience with certain blades are. Even service members have gotten back to me and said, yeah, you know what, I still have mine. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the service members still have these, the M7s. So let me know. All right, so please always remember, be good to yourself, and especially be good to one another out there, especially in these trying times. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. You got the sharpest edges of